Hello, this is Wildlife Ed back again. Just showing you some scenery around. Actually, this is a little river that's not that far from my house. I can't fish it today, unfortunately, because fishing season is closed up until the middle of this month, May. But this is my first trip out in May, which is cool. And I'm just going to pan around so you guys can see a little bit of Newfoundland. Again, we're in a boreal forest, hence there's lots of evergreens. Few deciduous, but the majority of our forests, on this side of the island anyway, are balsam fir and spruce. So that's just a little alder thicket there growing. I just wanted to point that out. Today I'm going to do some plant identification, and I have a few more things planned. So tune in, and we'll be right back. Over and out. Hey guys, before I go on, I just want to dedicate this to two guys that have been requesting this video on plant identification. Outdoor Lover 552 and albertafisher. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It's been a long time coming. I apologize for that. But let's get on to the ID. 2 seconds. Okay guys, the tree in front of me is a black spruce. And you can tell that basically by the fact that the needles are triangular in shape. And the easy way to find out if they're triangular in shape is to roll it between your fingers. We've gone over this plant a little bit, but I just want to show you what it looked like in the field as compared to a snip-off. So I'm just going to go over and show you exactly how I identify trees. May not be the only way, but this is the way I found that works for me. So basically, when you look at a plant, you want it to be able to take the needles off and roll between your fingers. If they roll like this, it's definitely a spruce, because spruce needles are triangular in shape and they roll really easy. You can also tell that it's a black spruce by the shortness of the needles, as well as there's no fragrance. Like you crack that in your fingers, there's just a nice smelling evergreen smell. Not like the white spruce, which has a really strong, pungent smell. It reminds me of almost like a cat urination. It's really pungent and stinks really bad. But that is a popular tree in Newfoundland, the black spruce. And right next to it, right here, you'll see that this is a similar tree. The needles are quite a bit longer, and they're flat. They can't roll in my fingers. So that indicates to me that this is a balsam fir. Balsam fir are popular in Newfoundland because of the fact that they are used for Christmas trees. Anyway, these have a nice fragrance as well, and they're pretty easy to identify. So far we've had balsam fir and black spruce. Down below me, I'm just going to pause the film for a second, because below me we have some Kalmia and Labrador tea, and I want to show you how easy it is to misidentify the both of them together in the field. So bear with me for a few seconds, and I'll show you. Okay guys, as you can see, there are two plants here that look quite a lot alike. First of all, I'm going to pinch some of this off. This plant right here, this is Labrador tea, and as I've showed you before, it has fur underneath, or hair-like structure underneath. Very easy to identify, but also just as easy to misidentify when next to Kalmia. Kalmia angustifolia, for the Latin name, looks quite similar, and it grows side by side here in Newfoundland anyway, right next to Labrador tea. This is last year's growth. As you can see, the leaves are kind of reddish colored, similar to the Lab tea here. Again, there is no hair structure on the bottom of Kalmia. Kalmia not good. Labrador tea, very good. So make sure that when you look at it, you look at the stem, and the stem is quite hairy as well. If you can see that, I'm not sure you can, but when you have Kalmia, the stem is very, very smooth. So that's another indication. But be sure to identify properly before you ingest any plant. It just makes good sense. If you're in the woods and you come upon a plant that you don't know, I suggest that you snip it, take it back in a Ziploc bag, and bring it to either a biologist that specializes in plants, or bring it to, or bring it home and try to use a dichotomous key in your field guide. And a dichotomous key basically is a branch structure which gives you lists of characteristics, and you follow the characteristics until you find the species. And that is the simplest way to do it. So again, I know this is a bit redundant, but lab tea, Kalmia, and they're very easy to misidentify if you're not looking carefully. Okay, so I've gone over what we've done in the past. Now let's look at what we can do now. Bear with me.